Hi, this is Jen Healy, and we are on day 23 of the Yoga Swing Challenge. Super exciting. We're going to move into another version of neck stretches that is one of my favorites. Again, we're getting into some of my favorites now. It's called hammock pose. So we're going to go ahead and put the swing behind our back. And if there's any time that the neck stretches feel like they're too much for you, I encourage you to really take it slow and back off and only do what really feels right for your body today. Once you get used to the practice, then you can experiment with going deeper. But we always start out nice and slow and gentle, okay? So from our Sumo Squat, which we are very familiar with now, we're going to go ahead and put the leg loops on, and this time we're going to keep them at the ankles for our floating Buddha. We haven't visited floating Buddha in a little while. So leg loops are at the ankles. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start out with our arms behind our back, clasping the fingers together, and just come into a gentle heart opening back bend. Just stretch it out. Stretch the back of the neck like we've done before. If you want to come into some windshield wipers, that's also a really nice way to stretch out the side body and open up the whole spine. Play and have a little bit more fun with it, or you can stay in the therapeutics and just hang out with the tractioning. Okay, if any time it feels uncomfortable in your shoulders to flare your elbows out so wide, pull them in just slightly, and then allow there to be a little bit more emphasis on the neck than flaring the elbows out wide and getting the shoulder stretch. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take the left leg loop off and cross the ankles. So you can just put one ankle on top of the other, but I like to thread. It's called threading. I like to thread my foot through the inner part of the swing and then stack my ankles so there's an X in between, and that cushions the ankle bones, and it feels a little bit better. Now from there, I'm going to take the leg loop and open it up through the center, put both arms through, and put it behind my back again, like we did in X Factor. But now it's just one leg loop underneath the armpits and behind my back, and then I can come into my chillaxing arms. I push my hips up towards the sky. It's a gentle back bend and heart opener here, and now I can support the neck, or I can go ahead and let my arms spread wide, palms up towards the sky, and just let the head relax down towards the floor. If this is too much on the neck, if the neck feels uncomfortable in any way, I want you to stay with the clasp, interlacing the fingers, using the chillaxing arms. In whatever position feels good. Play with stretching the back of the neck and tucking the chin into the chest, and then extending chin up towards the sky. You can even use your thumbs to give yourself a nice massage along the sides of the vertical spine. The cervical part of the spine is, again, very sensitive, so be gentle. Don't try to pull your head too hard, because then it'll contract back against it. Okay, after we feel like we've had enough chest opening here and shoulder opening, then we take the leg loop and we transition from underneath the arms to tops of shoulders. Okay, so now that the leg loop is behind the neck, I can spread it out. I like to kind of cover the ears, and then drop the arms and just let the chin tuck into the chest and let the back of the neck stretch. So if I drop my hips down, it's a totally different stretch than if I push my hips up. So just decide what feels best for you today and do that version. And then the other version, of course, is holding on, and then you can adjust how much weight is in the neck. So then you can try pushing the back of the head and neck into the leg loop. And I'm holding on and I'm pushing and pulling like we did before in the seated stretches. This is a little bit more intense with the suspension of the body. So we're in hammock pose, and then we're doing some neck stretches with the leg loop. Oh, so good. Okay, let's go ahead and do another version. Release the leg loop from the back of the neck, come through our floating Buddha, and I'm going to show you the version that's a little bit more relaxing with the leg loops spread out. So you can hook the arch of the foot covering the heel and the entire length of the calf, and then we'll do the second side here. So you have to make sure it's not twisted. So over the arch of the foot, hooking the back of the heel, and then stretch it out so it covers the whole calf. Okay, it's like little bat wings, I call it. Okay, so once we're here, we can take the right foot out and then crisscross the legs. So there's not going to be any X in the leg loop since it's spread out, but the legs are really supported here. So there's no real pressure on the ankle joint. And then we go and put our arms through the center of the leg loop. Everything spreads out. And we put it behind our back again. Now here, if you'd like, you can spread the swing out. Okay, you can stretch it out and get it like a cocoon. You can get your body in there, which feels really good. Okay, so that way you're sitting a little bit more in the swing itself. And then from there, come through chillaxin arms and open up into a supported back bend. The arms can come wide and just dangle towards the floor if the neck is happy with that. See if you can get a stretch through the front of the chest and the front of the scalenes, the front of the neck. And when you're ready, reach up and grab for the leg loop. I use my arms to adjust the leg loop to the tops of the shoulders, nice and slow and gentle, and then I spread the leg loop out so it's covering my ears, and then I can let my arms hang, which feels really amazing. Or I can keep my hands holding on to the leg loop, and then I can stretch like I'm saying yes with the tilt of my neck and push and pull a little bit in the space with my arms to get a deeper stretch. Now, make sure, I keep repeating this, but I just want to emphasize, make sure the neck is happy. If anything feels like too much or a little weird on the spine, please be gentle and choose to do a version that is nice and slow. And then when you're ready, take that leg loop off, come to sit. You can hang out in your floating Buddha for a while, or go through some of the other sequences that we tried, or you can just lay back and get into your cocoon. Remember how I showed you to get into the cocoon? You can just lay back and come into a shavasana after that, either with the leg loops on or with your legs in the swing. But wherever you are, make sure that your head is fully supported here. You don't want your head hanging out. You want it to cover all the way to the crown of the head. So I encourage you at the end of each practice to come into your version of Shavasana and make sure you rest. Even if you decide to move on and visit some of the other videos, enjoy a nice long cocooning at the end, and that will allow you to integrate and activate the benefits of the poses. The more that we rest into it, the more we give the body time to heal. Super duper important. All right, this is Jen Healy. I am so grateful for you joining us. Remember to leave your comments below. I really appreciate all the wonderful feedback. You can find out more about our program at aerialyogaplay.com. These are the AYRx yoga swings. I'm really looking forward to giving one away at the end of the month here. So do leave your comments below to participate. Thanks again. Namaste.